Hey guys, I just thought I'd make a video. This may be the last video I ever upload. I made one a minute ago and I deleted it. I didn't like what I was saying, so I just took it off. But I needed to make one because I don't have a lot of time to make videos. My mom's gone to the grocery store, so I'll see how long I can make this. That's why I can't go live. I know people. The reason I'm making it is because I haven't made a video in a while, and the reason is people had asked, why did I privatize my other channel's videos, and the reason I did was because I'll probably do it again. Because the reason I did, well, I got family members at it again. I'm thinking family members. I'm not sure, but I have a strong suspicion. One of them sent my sister a message on Facebook saying I think she had the right to know that I was talking about her, which is a little bit of a misnomer because I haven't mentioned her on videos until now in, God, I can't even remember the last time I talked about her. But, I don't really care what they think. I don't. But see, now she's going to think, I'm just going on and on about her in my life. And she was telling me, well, I don't know what what he's talking about, but leave me out of it. All this crap. And what's funny is I don't respect people anymore because I know how similar we all are. And that we're just a few heartbeats away from being the same person. Or for it being flip-flopped and me being them and them being me. So, don't be offended when I say you're full of it. I don't care what you think, the one that sent the message. I hope you see the video. But I have a strong suspicion of who it is. And I think it's the one that I apologized to in a video many months ago. I regret that I ever did that. But I'm a good man. I felt bad. Even though I stand by completely what I said. Completely stand by what I said. Because it was the truth. Somebody put a comment on my video and he makes a good point. He said, the heck with what they think. If they can't take the truth, then go somewhere else. And that's so true. If you can't take the heat, get the hell out of the kitchen, man. And I know this is my channel and everything, but it's like, you can't take the truth, man. Do something else with your life. The Bible says that we love darkness more than light. And it's true. We don't want to know the truth. The truth sucks, man. So we don't want to know it. We hide behind it, and we cower, and we do all this other stuff. I'm not getting into him. The hell with him. But I just find this sad, guys, because, we come on here. I don't go on Facebook. I don't go on Instagram. I don't go on Snapchat. I don't care about this stupid garbage. I come on YouTube because, we didn't have anybody to reach out to. Nobody cares about us. We don't have any friends because of this stupid society and how people are. We obviously don't have any girlfriends. We don't have any wives. We don't have any kids. We don't have any dates. We have nothing much to live for. We're kind of here and nobody cares about us. That's really the truth. And it would be nice, that's why I think it's good that we were able to come on here. And if you want to show your face or not, that's certainly fine. But, if they don't, it's because I can see now why. Because they'll take the same shit that I get. People are going to get offended, and they're going to whine, but they're not going to help you. They're not going to do anything for you. They're not going to check on you. Going back, the only reason I ever went online and made videos, this is going back to 2000, good God, 2010, was I was going through the horrors of benzo withdrawal. And I wanted to make the video because I was suffering really bad, and I wanted people to be warned. I didn't want them to go through this. I didn't want them suffering like this. And to be honest, I also wanted to bring down these horrible pharmaceutical companies in this ridiculous industry. Because as I studied and learned about it, I learned that they had lied for years, knew it, knew they lied, and did it for profit, for money. Well, they're getting their own little problem now with the opioid, the opioid epidemic, it's prescribing all this stupid garbage to all these people, getting them all addicted and screwing them up. So they're paying their own price, and I think that's going to help bring them down. The opioid thing was I think that was the final, the final straw with the drug companies, and now they're going to pay a heavy price for what they've done. Not for what they did to us, but maybe finally they'll get some kind of recompense for what happened. But I don't know. But that was what started me coming online. Then I made videos about my life and about the manosphere because I thought it was short of Christianity, it was the most amazing thing I ever learned. It opened up so much for me, and all of you guys that have grown up with the manosphere, you were young and you got this advice young, the Gen Zers and some of the late millennials, be very thankful that you got this. Because us Gen Zers, boomers, any of us, we didn't have any of this because men never talked about it. People never talk about anything. They just lied. And many of them would say, oh yeah, I get all kinds of women, when you knew they didn't. And I'm sure there's way more virgins throughout history than you'll ever know because they didn't want to say it because they get shamed out the wazoo. So they just lied about it. And the manosphere was so accurate about women, and it made me feel so much better because it was, number one, it was the truth. It hurt, still hurts, to know that women are the way they are, men are the way they are, and there's not much I can do about it because nobody's going to change. Women aren't going to change, and men sure as hell ain't going to change. And when I was younger, I thought it was my fault. Oh, I'm a loser, and I'm not trying hard enough. I bet you my family, they tried harder and blah, blah, blah. And, I bet they don't worry about having these things like I do, women and a life and all. They don't worry about it. They're happy about it. That's what I thought. Really stupid, but that's what I thought. Now I know that was all horseshit. And that they're all just as pathetic as we are. And that men simp for women. They'll just settle for anything because they're so pathetic. They're so horny, controlled by their hormones. And they don't want to be alone. And they don't have a purpose. It's like, screw you, man. Yeah, make it worse for all of us, because you're waiting on. But I'm not going to get into that too much. But that's what I'm saying. The manosphere really helped because at least they told the truth. At least they were honest. That women are just as bad as men, too. We're always told that women are the sugar and spice and everything nice, and that they're more mature, and men are this and that, and it's not really true. Women are just as bad as men are. There are some good men, there's some good women, but they're far outnumbered. Most people are absolute garbage, and we know it. And that's why I made videos, too, during that time, the manosphere really helped me, and I was angry. Why wouldn't I be? It's angry to learn the truth of these things. That's why they call it red pill rage and black pill rage and all that, because it makes you very angry. Because you can't do anything about it. You can't fix it. Because men aren't going to fix it. They'll just keep giving in and catering and simping for women, so there's nothing you can do. And that, of course, makes it worse for all of us. And I made videos of that for a while, and then I finally just kind of quit. I got tired of making them because I never got much encouragement. It was very few views, and all you got on here was trolls and giving me a hard time. It just got old, And, it's your fault. It's like, no, it ain't. You're a fucking idiot. You don't know anything. And, I'm not going to say none of it's my fault, but for God's sake, to say that it's all my fault, give me a break. But then I quit making videos for a while, and then I knocked myself back into withdrawal again. My nervous system got completely knocked out of whack again because I started exercising, and it knocked me back into this, even 10 times worse than I was before. It was really bad. And 2018 was probably the worst year of my life. I severely suffered. I ain't real good right now, but I'm not going to get into that because I'm just done with it all. But 2018 was probably the worst year of my life, and that's when I started making videos again, and Mom was giving me a hard time, and I was suffering. I couldn't do anything. I was completely helpless, and I don't know what I would have done, though, if I'd been by myself. I was literally handicapped completely. I was going completely mad, and she was yelling at me, and I ended up physically hurting her one time because she was just cussing me out and telling me what a rotten son I was, and I'm crying, and I'm wanting to die, and I was, and then she was just right in my face, and I remember I shoved her, and she fell and broke her hip. I also broke my shoulder before that. I was, oh, by the way, in a sling at the time. Just for the knowledge, because I got hammered back then by people. Oh, how dare you do what you did. I was also very injured and very handicapped, but it didn't matter. I was in a car wreck. I was broke my shoulder, went through horrendous benzo, which I couldn't do a goddamn thing. But that didn't matter. It was, we hurt the woman. I started learning, boy, Manosphere's right. Women are catered to. It's their needs first. And men's needs either come second or they don't come at all. Because nobody cared about me. I got so many horrible messages during that time. I can't believe you hurt your mother. I hope you burn in hell. And here I was, handicapped, couldn't hardly do anything, shoulder in a sling, just laying around because I couldn't do a fucking thing, couldn't even sleep good. So all you that sent those messages, you can go straight to hell if you saw them, because you didn't know what was going on, but you didn't care. All you saw was one side of it. That's the way it was. It's my fault. It's women are being abused by men. It's blah, blah, blah. You can go straight to hell. Whatever. Done with all that. My family pretty much turned on me. They don't think much of me. I guess they just think I sit and beat my mom all day. I don't know. I don't care. They might have noticed that none of those incidences are happening anymore. But let's just forget all that. It's just because I guess he just don't feel like it right now. But that was why I came back online, and I thought I would make videos and show the horror I was going through, because I kind of looked at it the way you would look at civil rights, for example. The blacks would get, hurt by the dogs, remember, in Birmingham? And it was horrible. They went through a horrible, I can't imagine what, that, and spraying them with the water hoses and all that. But, something good came out of it. They didn't suffer in vain. Something was changed, right? Whether you agree with it or not, I'm just using that as an example, though. Same thing with the George Floyd thing. Whatever you think of it, right, the man's dead and everything, but wow, in their view, something good came out of it, right? They were recompensed. They even got rewarded financially, his family, the man was killed. Like I said, I'm not getting into what's right and wrong. I'm using that as an example, right? And that's what I was doing long before any of that was going on. I thought, well, maybe this will change things. People will see this and go, boy, these drug companies, these are bastards. Look at what they do to people. Look at who they hurt. Look at who they make suffer. And I thought that would happen. I didn't. I just got hammered for it. It's your fault. You just don't deal with anything. You're just a white guy. You're a man. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Same old shit. And after that, I should have quit making videos, and I did for a little while. Then I started making more Manosphere videos because I enjoyed making it. Once again, thinking you can make a difference. And I just learned after a while, there's no point. It's not going to change. I don't get enough views for it to make a difference, so I can't make no money financially, obviously. I noticed that, all I got, again, were trolls most of the time. Just people criticizing me and trying to start a fight, trying to rile you up. And I thought, this ain't doing anything. Like, once again, no difference, And I just got tired of it all. And I just gave up. And I think now I'm just done. And my life is so bad right now. I'm mentally messed up. I'm still in the benzo withdrawal, so I know I'm still messed up from that. The COVID thing knocked me out of whack. It got my mental systems all messed up. So now I'm stuck with symptoms because all that was going on, and it triggered things in me. I still can't go in a lot of buildings because of the benzo withdrawal. They affect my nervous system. Even certain places outside affect my nervous system, so I can't go and do anything. I basically have no friends. I just gave up on that. because all men are going to do is just simp for women, you know. And I'd have never hung out with any guys if I'd known that. But now I do, and now I don't give a crap about being around any guy. Every time I look at a guy, I just think, you're just going to simp for a woman later on. And it won't even be a 10. It won't even be an 8. It would be like and maybe not even a 6 or a 7. It'll be some lower-end woman. And you're just desperate, you know. And you'll just simp for her. You'll do whatever she says. You'll get married and never see them again. You know, it's just same old damn shit. And so I just gave up on that and trying to have any guy friends. And the dating situation is also kind of bad because, I still get a lot of IOIs. I got tons of them Saturday night. Girls checking me out, giving me the eyes, and I could say they were whispering and smiling, and it's like, I liked it, but yet I know it's so much more complicated than that. Number one, I still got to entertain them. Anybody that thinks it's just looks, the black pill's completely wrong on that. If you have no social skills and you can't really entertain them at least a little, you can forget it. At best, you'd get a one-night stand. That's at best. And you probably ain't going to get that. You know, you're not going to get a relationship. You're not going to get marriage. You're not getting any of that. And to these younger girls, that's what I'm most attracted to. I don't care about dating some older woman, some single mom, some woman that just wouldn't settle for anybody and now she'll just take me. You know, I'm not doing that. And these younger girls, are they going to be ready to get married, especially them that are halfway attractive? Of course not. You know, they're young. They're going to be young forever, and men are all over them because men are stupid. And, they'll just be able to do this forever and ever and ever. Yay! And I'm never getting married, and I'm a woman, and I don't need a man, and blah, blah, blah. And, that's what most of them are going to do. And there's no way around that for me. They're not going to marry me no matter what I am. And it's just so frustrating, but, I know there's nothing I can do. So, I've practically given up on that. I might try to date a little if I can. But, it's just like Todd was saying in his video. I can't wine and dine these women. Are you kidding me? I ain't got no money. What am I going to... Hey, Mom, give me about $100, would you? We don't have any money, man. And now the COVID money is completely stopped here. We don't get it anymore. So we're fucking penniless. And I can't go to work right now, even if I wanted to, because the benzo withdrawal. And tell you what good job am I going to get? Nothing, man. It would be a low-paying job even if I got one. And I can't work full-time. I can't risk losing my money. My government money. I gotta have my autism books and my benzo books. Even though it ain't for benzos. I should get benzo books. Anybody going through that misery should get benzo books from this stupid society. But anyway. It's a bad situation. There's not much I can do about it. And I get sick and tired of watching videos of even some of the incels and their lives are even a little bit better than mine. Not much, but it's still a little bit better. Because I don't have anything, man. I'm at the lowest I've ever been. And it's just going to get lower. Barring a miracle, Barring me winning the lottery. Barring me meeting a rich woman that would take care of me. Yeah, that's going to happen. There's nothing's going to change. It's just going to get worse. And I'm alone. I have nobody. Can't go to a therapist and talk about it. I don't have any physical help because, the autism, I need serious therapy, for God's sake. I'm damaged mentally, damaged in my brain somehow. It's not my fault. That's what they all think. Oh, it's your fault. No, it ain't, dude. Not when your brain's damaged. That's not your fault. It's like telling a crippled guy to start walking straight and quit being a weirdo. You don't do that. It makes no sense. It's just ridiculous, and there's nothing I can do about that either. So, probably eventually, I'm just going to delete all my videos or privatize them. I'm probably just going to do that eventually. I don't want to, guys. But I can't have my family getting all over me. I can't. I gotta live with them. I depend on them. If I was rich, if I was at least working class to lower middle class, if I had that kind of income, I'd tell them basically to take it and stick it where the sun don't shine. I just don't care anymore. But I have to because I gotta survive. You know. I'm kind of where a wife was over 50 years ago and 100 years ago. You know, they were in that situation. They kind of had to put up with whatever crap their husband threw at them because they needed them. You got to make, you know, they had to be supported. They had to be taken care of. What are they going to do? End up on the street, be dead, be homeless? No, I mean they needed their husband, and so they a lot of times, you know, they had to put up with a lot of crap, and that's what I have to do. I have to just put up with it. I have to hope there's an afterlife and that I will go to heaven. You know, that's about the only thing economically I could even do at this point. Is maybe preach, and I'm not mentally able to do that. It's just there's just no way out of this. I'm gonna try, but I don't know what to do. Doesn't matter. And I'm getting tired of making the videos. I get tired of seeing people and their lives are better than mine. It brings me down, and I just don't need that at this point in my life. It's bad enough. And I was watching one of the incel videos, and they were talking about, oh, you know, this and this and that, but my life is still bad, and I'm thinking, that's better than mine, man. I mean, I'm not saying your life's great, but it's better than mine. And I just sat there and I thought, I don't need this anymore. I mean, I'm not blaming them, it's just, you know, I'm barely mentally making it right now as it is. And literally, I mean, I'm hanging on by a thread. My nerves have been so bad lately. I don't know if it's withdrawal or not, but I have just been on edge and just having trouble with everything. And sleeping, concentrating, even watching TV is just a chore. And it's just, I don't know what to do. But I enjoyed making some of the videos because I enjoyed meeting some of the people on here. I never met them personally. It was, you know, through videos and things, but I appreciated Black Pill Prescriptions for making a video based on my video about not feeling so bad for yourself, because it's true, you know, and I appreciated him doing that for me. I appreciated Todd Thundercock. I appreciate him for acknowledging me a couple of times in his videos. The incel community, I don't know how much they took me seriously, I don't know, but maybe they did. It's just really bad, and there's not much I can do. You know, you just get so tired of suffering so much, and because you just don't understand why you have to. And I'm just like, what's that guy? The Fearless Man made a video one time. I like his videos. He's a Black Pill guy. He said, some people just have shitty lives, man. People don't understand that, and he's right. People don't get that, man. They don't understand that some people, nothing works for them, man. They could win the lottery and they'd probably lose all their money the next day somehow, right? The bank can lose or something. They're just people that life kicks the crap out of them and they can't get out. Jordan Peterson talked about this in a video about psychiatry. He said, you know, a lot of people that he's treated, he said, they're not crazy, literally, like, they don't literally have mental illness, a lot of them. It's just their life got so out of control, and it's so beyond their control that they just can't deal with it anymore. You know, and many of them would rather just be dead than live like this, and I'm kind of that way. It's just that I'm at that point. I can't do this anymore, you know? And he was right about that. He said people don't understand that a lot of people are just at that point that they're not crazy, they're not insane, they're not mentally ill. Their lives are just so out of control they can't get it back. They can't, and like he said, sometimes it's their fault, but a lot of times it's not even their fault. You know? And their life is so out of balance, it's just so crazy that they're just like, hey, I'll just go blow my head off. You know, I can't do this anymore. Like he said, they don't want to die, they just want this to end, you know. And, you know, and then like I said, I get people trying to, oh, he's talking about this. Yeah, you think the guy like me and other people, you think we just might be on here because things ain't real good in our lives and we really don't have anybody to go to at this point? You think that could be it? Or are we just on here to be assholes and bastards? Is that what it is? You know, I just get so sick of that, man. That'd be like if somebody went to therapy and I'd go, God, dude, you're such an idiot. Why don't you quit going there? Instead of going, you know, maybe he's going there because he's got some real problems and nobody's helping him. There's a quote on a video, and I like it. I don't know who said it, but it was, you know, if you feel like you're going mentally ill, just be careful. You may not be mentally ill. You're just surrounded by assholes. And I think that's so true. I think that's what's wrong with a lot of us. We have problems and nobody cares about us. You know, a woman always has somebody to care about her. Her parents may care about her, of course, and men will always care about her. They'll always simp for her. They'll always do it, man. There will always be a guy that will cater to her. He'll bail her out, man. He'll love her. He'll help her. Do we get that a lot of times? I can't even remember the last time somebody looked at me and said, man, you know, you all right? You okay? You don't look good. Nope. I have never had that. And I think about those people that have shot people and killed others and things, and I'm thinking, you know, he's bad, he's this, and he's that. And some of them may be, but I wonder sometimes if some of these people, this could have been avoided if somebody just listened to them. I know I made a video about this in the past, but it is true. Maybe they just got screwed over so many times. They got ignored just one too many times. They had to go to somewhere and see an alpha Chad pick up some girl and they know he's a piece of shit and they're trying to be good people and they can't just get love in their life from a woman or from friends or from anything. And maybe they just fucking snap. You know? And they just say, well, you know what? If nobody's going to listen to me, I'll take the freaking gun and just start shooting some people. Maybe then they'll hear me. You know, maybe that happened. I'm not defending what they did. I'm not saying it's good. But, you know, maybe that happens sometimes. Maybe if somebody listened to them, those shootings wouldn't have happened many times. You know, maybe if they just had somebody that gave a shit for 5 minutes. You don't have to give them the answer. You don't have to solve their problems. Just listen to them. Just say, man, I'm sorry, man. You know, I hope things get better for you. You know, I don't know what to say, but you know, I'm thinking of you, man. I know things get, but no, that doesn't happen. I can still remember in the bar one night, I was sitting there just depressed. This was about 3 or 4 years ago. And I was just sitting there, and I remember these guys walked in, and I get it, they were drunk dumbasses. I get all that, but it just shows how we're treated. And he went, what is it? And I was just like, I'm just by myself, man. I'm just kind of sad. You know, I'm just down. Get over it, dude. People were sad. They just slammed the beer down, laughed, and walked away. And I'm thinking, does a woman go through that? Do a lot of you go through things like that? Where you're just pissed on by people? They see your problem and they just basically tell you, fuck yourself. I bet you haven't. If a man has a good wife, she's there for him. His kids may be there for him. His parents may be there for him.